Welcome to Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm your host, Erica Cardenas. Today we're at one of the most beautiful resorts in the Southwest, the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess, to learn more about the trend of wellness vacations. But before we get started, let's take a look at what's coming up on today's show. There's no excuse for not being safe around the water. We'll show you a program that's helping families learn the basics. It can be confusing to pick the right sunscreen. We have tips to make it easier. And a program that helps people get back on track and live their best life. All that and more on this episode of Your Health. From CPR to swim lessons, when it comes to pool safety, we all need to know the rules. Check out how your family can learn these life-saving skills.
Hi, my name is Shelly Smith. I'm the Operations Director here at the Glendale Peoria YMCA, and that is a branch within the Valley of the Sun YMCA organization. The YMCA really responds to community needs, such as our Safety Around Water program. So the Y Safety Around Water program really helps us engage and educate the families of the importance about water safety, helps us connect youth at risk of drowning to swim lessons. Every day is designed to teach how to stay safe around the water. We really connect the skills such as our jump, push, turn, grab, and swim, float, swim. So it teaches the kids what to do if you fall into the pool, how to get back to the side, or how to turn over to your back until you can get to safety. We teach the families how to do CPR so that if an emergency does happen at the pool, they will be prepared. How to call 911. Many youth don't know how to call 911 when there is an emergency, or how to recognize when an emergency does happen in the pool area.
Go the hips, your feet, all the hips, all hips,
SRP partners with various organizations across the valley, like fire departments, hospitals, and drowning prevention coalitions, all in an effort to reach out to those communities, those families, with important message of water safety, particularly with YMCA. We've partnered with them this year on swimming lessons and these water watcher tags. The water watcher tags serve as an important reminder to always assign a supervisor to watch kids around water. It's the ABCs of water safety, and it's A for adult supervision, B for barriers, and C for classes. With adult supervision, we always recommend that you assign a responsible adult to watch kids around water, someone that knows how to swim, someone that knows how to perform CPR, and someone that will always commit to eliminating distractions. And then when it comes to barriers, we recommend that families install a pool fence around their pool with a self-closing, self-latching gate. When it comes to classes is for CPR and also for swimming. And so SRP has partnered with several aquatic organizations with the cities, as well as YMCA and Salvation Army Croc Center, for example, to provide our communities with free and reduced cost swimming lessons. And this is how we partner with YMCA's Safety Around Water Week.
Anyone that can't afford swim lessons, we are here for them. We do provide scholarships and financial assistance for the families who do have a need. I've had parents come up to me and say my son or daughter has fallen into a pool and was able to get back to the wall. We were at a community pool and my kids were swimming and everyone couldn't believe it because he's so young. It's a really positive feeling. We get a lot of positive responses.
Many YMCAs across the country offer free water safety classes for both children and adults. You can learn how to swim, CPR skills, and more about securing your pool and other water hazards. Just contact your local YMCA for more information about programs in your area. Life can be lonely for seniors who don't have family nearby. Now there's an organization that's helping them feel more connected.
My name is Deborah Detterman. I'm the Executive Director of Foothills Carrying Car. Foothills Carrying Car is a 501c3 that was put together to get isolated and lonely people out of their homes so they could become part of the community. As the baby boomers start getting older, we're seeing more and more people needing our services. And we have 7 vehicles, 4 of those are handicap accessible. And we have trips that we plan to go out into the community, go to a movie, go to luncheon, go grocery shopping, just a myriad of services that we will bring people to in the community. We have a group of volunteers that are fabulous people who put their time and their energy into helping people, and they help them just like they would their next door neighbor.
I'm Connie Boos, and I'm a volunteer here at Foothills Carrying Car. My background is in the medical field, so I felt perhaps I could help more by being a person who transports someone. So I go to their house, pick them up, take them down to the hospital or their doctor's appointment, wait there for them, and then bring them back home. Maybe you can help so that they're not as fearful, or they may have gotten bad news at the appointment, and I'm just an impartial, cheerful person who's there to listen. You know, if I can walk and drive, I'll do all I can to help them, because someday I might be a neighbor in Foothills Carrying Car, and I know there'll be people here to take me where I want to go.
My name's Earl DeLate. I'm a volunteer for Foothills Carrying Car. Foothills has got a lot of opportunities for volunteers. They've got Meals on Wheels lunch deliveries, and you go to the hospital, pick up a hot, nutritious meal, and we take it and deliver it to these people for lunch, because a lot of them can't get out of their house. They're either wheelchair bound, or their driving privileges have been taken away due to eyesight or some other physical malady. So we're able to get them a lunch, and you see the smile on the face. It is the most rewarding feeling you can imagine. Any raise or promotion you ever got in the corporate world at work, this is just as good, if not better.
I'm Genevieve Miller. I'm 91 years, I hate the word old, 91 years young, plus 3 months. When you live alone, one of the hardest things is that you don't have someone to talk things over with. And it just means so much to have people come to the door and say, I'm here, Jenny. Thank goodness for Foothills Carrying Car. I couldn't do without him, so God bless him. That's what life is all about, is to give love and to help others. And what you give returns tenfold.
The wellness travel trends for 2018 are silent retreats where you get rid of your digital devices, sugar-free detox trips, and happy retreats. Sign me up for all 3. We'll have more coming up from the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess. We'll talk about the newest trend in summer vacations. It's not about relaxing, but about your health. And Weight Watchers helps you tackle the summer with a program that lets you indulge in your favorite treats.
From innovations in medicine to eating better, your health is filled with great ideas to help you live your best life. If you'd like more health stories and information, head to Yurview.com.
Forget Disneyland or even Hawaii, Americans spend more than $500 billion a year on wellness vacations. And joining me now is Spa Director Grant Lessard here at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess Resort's Well and Being Spa. Welcome, Grant.
Thank you very much.
First off, talk to us about wellness vacations. What are they and who can benefit from them?
Well, anyone really that wants to feel better after they get back from their vacation than when they left. So I know that sounds obvious, but reality is a lot of people find vacations very stressful, and they're having to travel and they're dealing with the kids and all that stuff. We take care of that for you. So we have things for the kids to do while you're spending time taking care of yourself, and really want you to feel rejuvenated and take some time.
People are opting more towards wellness vacations. Why do you think that is?
In the past, sometimes vacations were actually tiring. You hear people say, I need a vacation from my vacation. It was too much, right? Either too much indulgence or too many late nights. People want to feel better. Generally speaking, we're all stressed out. We're all running on high cortisol and not eating very well. So we want to hit the reset button, and this is a great way to do that.
Absolutely. Now you all have something called the Arizona Resort Spa Experience. Sounds incredible. Tell us more about that.
Well, it's not something that's on the menu. It's something that we just do here, and it's all about having that time in the sun and having that perfect sunset and having that rejuvenating and refreshing experience.
Now, what are some of the other must-try spa treatments that you have here?
One of our signatures is our Have a Sweet by Falls treatment. It's a 2-hour treatment that starts with a sage smudge, which is an energetic kind of cleansing. So we start on the very outside and then we move in. So the next thing we do is a scrub, and then we do a Himalayan salt stone, and we do a wrap and a facial mud. It's absolutely fantastic. You feel like a new person when you're done.
Yes, absolutely. Sign me up for that. Now, we're here in the atrium where you do aerial yoga. Now, you offer some really unique fitness classes. Tell us more about those.
Absolutely. So the aerial hammock yoga is probably one of the most special. It allows you to get into postures that you wouldn't otherwise be able to, and it really assists with movements and making it more comfortable. And it's unique. You can't do those movements any other way. We've got a float fit class where you can actually do yoga on a floating mat in the sun at the pool in the morning.
Wow.
It's really fun. And challenging at the same time.
Do you have any last tips or advice, Grant, on what people should look for or think about when they're planning a wellness vacation?
You want a place, other than us, of course, right?
Of course.
Right. So you want a place that really listens to what you are looking for. You want a place that's going to enhance your life and wellness goals, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to eat better, or you're trying to get fit, or all of those things combined, you want to be able to do that at a pace that suits you and that's not going to exhaust you, and that's going to set you up for success when you leave the place and not just work while you're there.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Grant, for the great advice.
My pleasure.
If you would like to book a wellness vacation here at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess, just head over to their website. Summertime means slacking in our diets just a little bit. With the cookouts and ice cream, the calories can add up quickly. But Weight Watchers has a program that helps keep you on track while you enjoy those summer treats.
Weight Watchers has something to deliver to most of the population of the country. Healthy is the new in instead of skinny. And healthy means that you're going to be eating healthier, moving more, even having a more positive mindset and getting more involved in your happiness. Weight Watchers is all about that. We have a fabulous food plan that leads people to make better choices, and we coach people into making better portion control choices as well.
Hi guys, how are you? Hi, so good to see you. Yes. Oh, love our members.
The Weight Watchers program that we have right now is called Freestyle. It's the most flexible program that we've had so far, by far my favorite. I think that it adds a lot of validity for me, that as the program changes, I don't change. My weight stays the same, my habits are staying the same, and that flexibility is what members are really loving right now.
The Freestyle program is built with enormous flexibility, and what that means is that there's a lot less tracking. If a member's able to track less and eat more naturally, because there's so many 0-point foods, over 200 0-point foods on the food list, that means that any place you go, you can find a food that's easily eaten and you don't have to track it at all. Lots of flexibility. And they're usually foods that we really like. The other reason why a food might be a 0-point food is because it's not a food that you would usually abuse. The food plan is accessible as well. One thing that many members tell me is that, hey, I spend less money on groceries now because I'm not going through the drive-up window impulsively. I buy less junk food. It's surprising how cheap it is to eat when you eat the exterior part of the grocery store, the fruits and vegetables, the lean meats, whole grain breads. You work your way around the grocery store and stay out of the center where all that processed food is.
I feel like there's a lot of freedom in the program, and that flexibility is what members are really loving right now.
We have meetings 7 days a week, more than 65 locations across the state, 200 and almost 70 meetings a week to choose from. So it's very accessible. Our staff do share their own stories, and that's a powerful part of Weight Watchers, is that everybody who works for Weight Watchers came out of what I say one of the chairs. That means that they have joined the Weight Watchers program, they've lived the program, they've decided that they want to help others live healthier too, and that's a big part of why Weight Watchers is successful.
I can't describe what it's like to motivate and inspire other people to just make one good choice tomorrow. One better choice, right? One healthier choice. And it's life-changing. It's what keeps me coming back. They inspire me, I think, more than I inspire them.
Here at the Well and Being Spa, planning a wellness vacation is simple, and the unique approach to fitness and nutrition will transform you into a healthier you. Coming up on Your Health, a center that has been changing lives since 2004. And how high of an SPF do you really need? We break down what you should know about sunscreens. Substance abuse as a chronic disease, not a choice. Let's look at how this center has been changing lives since 2004.
The purpose of Decision Point is really to create a program that does what drug and alcohol treatment should do. We absolutely know that alcoholism and drug addiction don't occur by themselves. Most of the time, what we see is an individual who has experienced trauma, an individual who has a co-occurring mental illness. Some come from really significantly horrific family situations. A lot of healing has to be done. You know, most of the people out there don't understand that the correlation that exists between having been traumatized at some point in your life and developing a substance use addiction or alcoholism is 85% in the research literature. We rarely have a client at Decision Point who doesn't do some element of trauma work. The most effective way to do that is EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. It is the Department of Defense treatment of choice for veterans returning home from Iraq and Afghanistan. And we utilize other protocols within EMDR that actually allow us to disconnect the pleasurable feeling in the brain and the relief of anxiety from the use of the substance. And when that happens, what we observe is wonderful. The brain begins to present the individual with alternative ways to feel good and not be anxious that don't involve substances anymore.
I know by continuing to do the right thing, I got people that are willing to show up for me and guide me along the way and help me out as much as possible. You know, and that's only through opening my mouth and trying to build the relationships with people and not being so closed off that led me to the same place over and over again.
Whatever you might be thinking, they get you here, man. They understand. It saved my life and continues to today.
There's a better life out there, and sometimes you just need a wake-up call. There's hope after that, you know?
Our mission is to give them the tools to maintain sobriety and to be able to launch them into a life that has direction and purpose, and to let them know from the very beginning that we have not given up on them and that we never will.
You don't always need to get away with the kids to have fun. Create your own fun at home. For example, have a movie and Sunday night. Have someone pick out a family-friendly flick, set up a Sunday bar with all the delicious toppings, and enjoy some family fun together. When we come back, demystifying sunscreens from SPF to how much you really need to use to be protected.
Game Time on Yurview, Thursdays and Fridays at 7 p.m.
Nearly 10,000 people will die this year from melanoma. Knowing how to properly use sunscreen can help, and most people are using it incorrectly. Here's what you need to know. With dozens of sunscreens lining store shelves, it can be tricky to pick the right one for you and your family. The American Academy of Dermatology says to always look for a broad spectrum sunscreen that protects you from UVA and UVB rays. UVA rays causes premature aging and UVB rays can burn. Both cause skin cancer. Choose an SPF or sun protection factor of at least 30. If you're very fair-skinned or plan to be exposed to very intense sunlight, you should start with an SPF of 50. Sunscreen brands aren't important, it's what's inside the sunscreen that counts. If you have sensitive skin, look for ingredients like zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. These are considered physical sunscreens and act like a shield deflecting the sun's rays. They can leave a white residue on your skin. Most sunscreens are chemical-based and absorb the rays. They contain oxybenzone or avobenzone. If you don't want the chemicals, you can use a natural or mineral-based sunscreen. How you apply your sunscreen is critical. Use your sunscreen 15 minutes before you hit the beach or pool. You want to use at least 1 to 2 ounces of sunscreen, which is about a shot glass. Be sure to coat your skin evenly and make sure to rub it on the tops of your feet and ears, and if you have a large part in your hair, be sure to work some in there as well. You'll need to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours and also after swimming. Also, think about grabbing a hat and sunglasses and wearing those as well. You can have your fun in the sun as long as you're careful and protect your skin. I want to thank everyone here at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess for their hospitality. Here are a few more tips to plan your wellness vacation. You don't have to hit a spa to get the benefits of a wellness vacation. Eat at least 1 healthy meal a day, maybe go vegetarian, or try a salad that's also rich in protein. Plan an activity for each day, whether it's walking, biking, or hiking. Just get a sweat going. If you're headed to a spa or a place with a spa, book your appointments ahead of time. They fill up fast and you don't want to miss out. Finally, set aside some rejuvenation time. Try a yoga class or bring a book and spend 30 minutes a day reading. Just remember to relax. You're on vacation. Thanks for joining us on Your Health. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.